Welcome to the forest trailhead. Let's go on a soothing stroll to connect with the many wonders that await us. In the forest, there are sights and sounds beckoning us to pause and relish the moment. There is no time like the now, and I am grateful we're going on this stroll together. Settle into a space and position that feels comfortable with the freedom to move at any time. Take a slow, deep breath in for 4 seconds. Hold it for a count of 3 and very slowly release. Take a slow, deep breath in and fill your belly for 4 seconds. Hold it for another soft count of 3 and slowly exhale. One more time. Take a slow, deep breath in for 4 seconds. Hold it for a soft count of 3 and exhale. Continue inhaling and exhaling as you would normally for a few moments. Now, let's say goodnight to the wonder of the forest together. Goodnight, Emerald Labyrinth. Goodnight, moss-kissed stone. Goodnight, whispering wind. Goodnight, dew-kissed leaf. Goodnight, rustling undergrowth. Goodnight, sunlight splinter. Goodnight, ancient gnarled root. Goodnight, hidden brook. Goodnight, soaring hawk cry. Goodnight, owl's silent gaze. Goodnight, firefly ballet. Goodnight, woodland perfume. Goodnight, timber wolf howl. Goodnight, forest floor tapestry. Goodnight, dewdrop symphony. Goodnight, sun warmed log. Goodnight, wildflower meadow. Goodnight, whispering fern frond. Goodnight, acorn's gentle roll. Goodnight, stream's smoothed pebble. Goodnight, moonlit clearing. Goodnight, spider's silver web. Goodnight, ancient whispered lore. Goodnight, earth's soft embrace. Goodnight, forgotten forest path. Goodnight, sun-drenched canopy. Goodnight, rustling secrets. Goodnight, woodland hush. Goodnight, dancing butterfly wings. Goodnight, raindrop serenade. Goodnight, sun-dappled path. Goodnight, mossy whisper. Goodnight, emerald embrace. Goodnight, leaping deer. Goodnight, hidden brook gurgling. Goodnight, sunlight through leaves. Goodnight, bird's melodic call. Goodnight, ancient whispering bark. Goodnight, wind's playful tug. Goodnight, spider's silken thread. Goodnight, acorn's hidden treasure. Goodnight, sunlight's dappled dance. Goodnight Owl's silent wisdom. Goodnight, my friend.